I go live. What's
I
up?
go live. Listen,
We are in here.
we are in here today.
It happened.
It happened,
Today's the
people.
day.
Hey, it's a great day. Let's go ahead. You know what? Hey, welcome back to Jumping in Crypto episode 53. It's also our 100th episode, our 100th video on our channel. So there's a lot to celebrate today.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay.
And
we are bridging the gap between cryptocurrency and the community. Sorry, I'm so excited.
Oh my goodness, we
Hey
too
Myra,
excited.
hey Dylan.
Listen,
Hope Myra's doing good.
What's going on, everybody? We see everybody logging on to different channels. Thank you for joining us. Continue the continued support and all that.
Yep.
It's a celebration.
It is.
It's
I
a
think it's
celebration.
time we did it at 5,000. We said at 10 we were going to do the
goodness.
same thing. So, hey, might as well go ahead and crack it open.
You all, hey, listen, y'all know how we doing.
Yeah.
Y'all know how we doing.
I'm going Shannon Sharp today. Got my victory cigar. What's
Listen,
going on,
people,
Myra? How you doing?
For all those who don't believe in Bitcoin, tell them that you know two guys who pop open bottles of champagne Wednesday morning. You know, ain't got nothing to do the rest of the day.
Yeah, we pop champagne for breakfast.
You know,
I'm on the miles in that yak. You know, we on the cigars in that.
It's
in
lit.
that
There we go.
It's
Y'all
lit.
listen, Bitcoin 11K. Look, it's been a long road, people.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about this before. You know, we've been laughed at. You know, people want to call us back. You know how it goes. They didn't believe Bitcoin Zay back in the day. It's just,
man.
you said short position wiped out Zay. I took that screenshot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pop
my
anything
goodness.
you want.
Listen, people, pop something, you know, for those. Got a little Clicos. Oh, my Facebook messaging. My Facebook don't want to be at the party today. It's all right.
Nah, it's all good.
It's all good. We'll be on here today.
Gotta say, jump on Zay Jackson.
Yeah, jump on Bitcoin Zay Facebook. Y'all missing the bottle pop, but it's all good. Let's get that out. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Today is the day,
in
people.
there.
Go ahead and get some of that in your brother.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's been
I was gonna say, as far as thinking about 10K, it's been a long time. Like you said, I've been laughed out of a lot of rooms. A lot of people told me I don't know what I was talking about. A lot of people told us, you know, personally, like, how do we know this isn't a scam? It isn't fake. I don't know how to convince you other than some of the news we got today, plus all the videos we've done before helping. And yes, we take questions, just type them right in there. We'll answer them for you. But yeah, this is a great day. It's one of those days where finally people can see hard work. And with
victory
your phone
tastes
blowing
sweet, people.
Oh yeah, I think I'm with your phone blowing up. Oh man, tell me about it. I think
my goodness.
I might cut mine off for 24 hours, man.
Listen, the phone's off the chain, people. That's good though. It's good for business, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so
It's bad for sleep though.
bad for sleep, good for business. So of course, a lot going on. You know, as we said, you know, I literally watched. I think you were up too at the time. Watch Bitcoin go from 9,900 to the 10K mark. It played around in 10,000 here and there. You know, dipping, dabbing in and out. Before it finally settled down around 10,000, 700, 800, tested that psychological barrier again, and it just shot through straight to 11,000. I saw it go up to $11,363. That's the amount I saw that. So,
definitely broke that barrier. Doesn't look like it's going parabolic. Some of the stuff I've seen is if it keeps going, that next fib level, that's around 13K. And I mean, FOMO is real, people. I don't think it's not just regular people FOMO. Trading bots,
it's
FOMO,
banks now,
FOMO, yeah. So FOMO is real. When people start seeing, oh man, it's stopping at 10,000. That's the floor now. Okay, I gotta buy. Some people are jumping in full force at 10K. So yeah,
it's crazy. But you know what? Honestly, as of this morning, if you would have put your money in at 10K or 9,000 yesterday, you still would have been a winner. So I mean, that is where we're at.
Yeah, you can just and let me.
I don't know if my echo's working.
Jump in. Oh yeah, Myra. Yeah, I talked to Myra not too long ago actually. One of the kids. This is great right here. I actually want people to see this. I did a presentation in Charlotte back in January. Back when the price was about 900, I think. It had just hit 1,000. Was kind of correcting. And her son actually helped him get on Bitcoin
nice.
a while back. He's a younger guy, so yes, it is definitely not too late. The craze, so to say, is something that happens just because people are jumping into it. But price-wise, you have to remember, going from 1,000 to 10,000, that's a huge jump. But going from 10 to 25,000,
small percentage,
percentages.
Yeah.
So it's not too late. And altcoins, if you haven't heard of them, haven't seen them, like Litecoin, Ethereum. Some of these other coins we've discussed, like I said, on one of our 100 channels, 100 videos, we've discussed about 30 altcoins. Pick one, really.
Right.
Pick
one and hold.
You got to psychologically think, even if you're not a trader, people don't want to buy Bitcoin at that high of a price and make small percentages. So they're looking at smaller coins, and all the new money is flooding into that. So definitely, Myra, not too late. And for your newborn son, like I said, I have a nephew. I don't have any kids yet, but he already has Bitcoin. By the time he's 18, he's not gonna have to worry about anything, hopefully. So yeah, if you're looking at it like that, definitely, Myra, I would still be anxious to get into it. So
well, and not only that, it's kind of what you said. You know, I actually had a few people. It was like 3 or 4 people hit me up yesterday. It was like, hey, I'm looking to invest in X, Y, and Z altcoin. I was like, wait, what? I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And everybody's like, well, Bitcoin. So I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, Bitcoin. Like, you don't know what you're doing in that altcoin. But look, Pete, you gotta be careful in the altcoin market, people, because you know, they're all different. You gotta definitely do your research, or you know, have some type of guidance in that, because we've all seen it. You say you can stomach it, but if an altcoin drop like it was going on right now, you know, some are supposed to have some good weeks. They're dropping 30-40%. Then hey, you know,
because I do. I mean, the euphoria is great. We hit 11,000. Probably, you know, go up a little more. We'll see. But people, do not throw everything you have at it right now. You know what I mean? You may want to do it on a small correction, small dip, but we've seen this before. People get super excited, and I do know a lot of institutional money is coming. However, you do have to realize psychologically they're not trying to buy at the very top. So. Yeah,
they're not stupid either. And you know, in addition to that, I mean, first, you know, something I got to throw out there. We did call yesterday. We said wait until his 10,000. You're gonna start seeing $1,000 a day jump. And literally not even 24 hours later.
I'm looking at charts. We're talking about $200 jumps in like 10 seconds. So it's going up, boop, going down. So yeah.
Exactly. You know you've been in crypto for a while when you're praying for a dip.
And that to me is the biggest difference between Bitcoin and other asset classes. People are anxious for a dip so they can buy back in. In stocks and other stuff like that, real estate, they may get a dip, and if they do it, you know, oh yeah, I'll buy it. But how long does that usually take? That dip in real estate, you know, that usually takes years. The same thing with stocks, and with crypto, it's usually a week-to-week thing. So
I know, right?
1 week is good, 1 week it dips, and then boom, buyers jump on it, and it goes back up. So very bullish market right now.
Yeah, so bullish market, and to go along with that sentiment, because I know you just say, you know, you do have to be cautious right now as far as throwing everything at the top. Once again, if you have a long-term plan, it's not a terrible idea. You got a cigar. But you know, another thing even as in traders, investors, anybody who's looking into the market right now, you have to keep in mind is that unfortunately, since we are at the top, and a lot of this is predicated, I mean, of course, it's on the future technology, mainstream adoption, all that, but come on, realistically, a lot of it is predicated on the news of CME futures, and then, of course, we're about to talk about today the Nasdaq future possibly as well, or being listed on the Nasdaq market. But you remember, these are businesses still, people. These are businesses. There is nothing stopping CME from saying, oh, we're not going to launch it December, because I keep telling you, I'm pretty sure that's predicated on what's going on with the debt ceiling. So let's say we decide to extend, you know, funding until Q1 next year or something. I wouldn't be surprised to see a business like CME say, well, you know what, we'll launch sometime in Q1 now. So my point is, if that does happen, expect a correction to happen in the Bitcoin environment. And I mean, of course, that's a good time to take a short. But I just want to make sure you're aware, so you're not just throwing your money in there and forgetting about it right now when it's like one of the most volatile times. So,
Yep. And let's see. Yeah, I'll give you some more information. We actually are having a seminar for people who are looking at getting involved. We're having a seminar Saturday. We'll post that link in the video, and we'll also post it on our website so that everybody can view it. Low cost, but like I said, I have a lot of clients that I've done consultations for, and the cost that they pay pales in comparison to the amount of money they make. So
that's very true.
I mean, that's nothing. People that pay, you know, a couple $100 here, $20 there, $50, you could set up your entire family for generational wealth for, you know, a few bucks. So that's basically the service that we're providing to people, letting people see step by step how you can get a wallet, buy it, send it, sit on it, you know, whatever you want to do with Bitcoin. It's so much.
Trade it, invest it,
flip
it.
I mean, it's
bop it,
so much.
Twist it. Who am I? People remember that? The bop it.
Bop it, yeah, the old bop it.
The old bop it.
Yeah, so Bitcoin is definitely, you know, something you have to learn. But, you know, we're doing our best to make sure we get enough information out there. So, yeah, I got you, Myra.
So with that, I do want to make sure we put it. We'll say this right now, and then I'll go back at the end. Like Bitcoin's Zeta said, we do have a seminar this weekend, December 2nd, on Saturday from 12 to 1:30 p.m. We're capping that off at 100 people, and already from yesterday, just looking at this morning, I think we're already at like 35, 40 people. So those spots are going fast. Make sure you get it, people. It's only be like $10. And then December 14th on Thursday, we'll have a meetup here in LA as well. So that address and everything we'll be putting out here shortly.
Absolutely.
But that's just keep you in the loop. All right, so let's talk about some regular Bitcoin news, of course. Nasdaq Futures. What is going on? Nasdaq?
The Nasdaq.
What?
I told you, man. You're
Don't
not gonna
believe
have a choice.
me. I guess you need to watch TV.
Because some people, they don't believe anything. I mean, they definitely didn't believe me. Some 25-year-old back when I first started yelling about some cryptocurrency, they were like, who cares? But I would always make sure I told them that there will come a day where these big corporations and all these people y'all hold in high regard, stock exchanges, they're not going to have a choice. Demand is what drives their business. If a market wants it, they're going to sell it. And I can promise you that at this point, they didn't have a choice, because if they did, they would have just ignored it like before.
What's going on,
But
Bitcoin,
Nasdaq Futures is huge. Q1 next year.
So someone just asked a question, and you know what? Speaking of Q1, we keep telling people 2018. You think the price is high now? Is not high. Again, we said yesterday, I think Bitcoin's Zeta said repeatedly he's looking for $1 million of Bitcoin. As I said, I'm looking for the price of Bitcoin when 1% of the world's population has adopted. And that's just 1%.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one.
And we're only halfway. We're not even halfway there.
We're not even halfway there.
Like
so
a third of the way to that.
Right. So that kind of shows you where our price point is at. And we think that can happen fairly fast as well, 3 to 5 years. So this is still a very good price as well if you're thinking long term. Somebody legendary Trilix just said, do we think shorting Bitcoin futures will affect Bitcoin a lot?
To an extent, from what I've seen, CME, their layout of how they're doing their trading is they have a cap on gains or losses at 20%. So that is a big correction, so to say.
Chase the coin.
But 20 up or 20 down is their limit. So as far as them shorting it, nobody wants to short it to zero, so to say. And like I said, the market always moves the way it's going to move. So they're going to do what they have. I mean, because when you look at charts, all it is a story about what people are doing. So if in their mind, they're like, well, people are obviously buying. They won't short it. I promise you that.
Right.
They'll go with, I mean, the trend is your friend. That's like an old saying for traders. The trend is your friend, man. So anybody that's taking the opposite way, you usually want to wait for confirmation to short it, and that hasn't come yet. We'll have to see it'll be an act of God for the price of it to just drop down right now.
I think somebody said that too. I think Crypto Q said, Trilix, that is me praying.
Yeah, you'll need a, I don't know. I mean, I don't even think there's enough news. I mean, who could say something now and deter people from buying it?
Well, my only thing too is, I don't think it's going to affect shorting because first of all, they don't own the Bitcoin people. It's contract. It's speculative. And secondly, again, these markets, when they're talking about shorting Bitcoin and all this stuff, they literally, I mean, they don't see what it is. They don't see what decentralization is. They don't see what peer-to-peer is. They don't see what the value in crypto is. So they are even, they even bring up the word shorting Bitcoin. Unless there's a relevant use case right now where it's just saying, hey, Bitcoin, this is the reason why it won't work. Right now, the only problems we're having are technical problems that can be solved by, very talented groups of coders and developers. Yeah. We have technical problems. It's not a problem with the system. Yeah. In the current system we have a problem with the entire system. Yeah. And that's we're printing paper money.
Short the USD if you want to short something.
So
I hope you put a stop limit on your dollar.
Yeah, I actually saw that they said Bitcoin isn't in a bubble. It said it said Bitcoin is in a bubble. It says it's in a fiat bubble right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, that's a long way of saying that. We said once, we said twice before. The technology's here. The fact of peer-to-peer, very fast, low-fee transactions where the government and bank do not have to be involved in your business, that is here to stay. Because that's here to stay, you cannot short Bitcoin right now. You can't short a lot of these, right? I mean, some you can because they don't have use cases. But for things like Bitcoin, there's no shorting it. All it takes is for another small country, another very poor country, underbanked or no bank, to say, you know what, we need this to survive right now because they have cell phones.
Venezuela, Zimbabwe.
They have cell phones. They don't have bank accounts, but they have cell phones.
Yeah.
So I don't think that short is going to affect it at all.
Yeah. And I mean, in places like I believe it was Nigeria, I was looking at, they have a surplus of cell phones, like 130% cell phone usage, and you know that means most people have more than one cell phone, but they have less than 40% of people are banked or something like that.
That's crazy.
So that's Bitcoin's use case, because people are aiming at institutional investors, which is cool because they want to make some money.
But they're not.
But long
for the small
term,
people.
you have to understand. Yeah, when people are like desperate to the point where they're like, I will die to mine some Bitcoin or mine some Monero.
Yeah.
That's where we're at with some of these countries. That's the use case, because money-wise, if you can get entire economies built from cryptocurrency, you're talking about entire change in the way people think about people ruling them, because money is power. I mean, that's always been the case. So whoever controls the money supply controls the country, controls the people, and right now nobody controls Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. So I'm just interested to see what happens, especially in the altcoin space, because last time we had a big last time we had a big thing, yeah, man.
Did you see what you just said? I got a shout out Crypto Q. No, never mind.
Yeah. But what's going on, Blake? Kobe, thanks for joining. But yeah, so just to reiterate, Nasdaq Futures is coming. Q1, you can trade with Bitcoin now in a regulated manner.
Right.
Which is, like I said, we bridge the gap, because there's certain things people can't imagine without a bank. People can't imagine without credit card usage. So you have to kind of have these things in place to get them there. And then once they realize in their mind, okay, this is all in the way, they'll just go straight to cryptocurrency, and it happens all the time.
Yeah, so see, I'm down on all my alts. You know what? But here's the thing, Dimitri. You know, unless you're just really bleeding, just go ahead and hold, because there's new buyers coming. This is new money, which means new people are going to discover new alts, and you're officially not about to be the new person anymore. Yeah. So and you're going to know how the market cycle goes in a trend, and people are going to buy certain things at the wrong times and sell. And you know, and kind of go back, that's the only way I do see any type of CME or futures, CME or Nasdaq futures affecting the Bitcoin or crypto market. And that's because, unfortunately, the majority of investors are going to be looking at these mainstream news channels, that they suddenly are now, where all these experts are on these channels, and they're going to be looking at the Nasdaq and all their analysts that they put on TV, who have the marketing and buying power that we don't have, and they're going to be like, hey, you know what? Because of this short that we're seeing on the Nasdaq market, Bitcoin is definitely going to drop, and they're going to hear that and sell.
Yeah, people who are actually, you know, in the space or have been in the space, because some of these people on these TV shows y'all watch, they just read a quick blurb the night before. They had their producers tell them this is what it is, this is blah blah.
Some of them low key reading us on the low.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's like stealing jokes in a comedy store.
Yeah, we know, talking about verbatim words.
We see verbatim quotes out there, but
it's all good. People gonna recognize the real
and
the real, and going forward, I will say
you ain't gonna see no popping bottles on TV, baby. It's internet.
It's an internet TV show, baby. Right. Do what you want when you pop it.
Oh man, I used to do what you want. Oh, so I want to go ahead and go to a great thing. Crypto Q just said something great on YouTube, talking about institutional people, Wall Street in general. He said they have to and this is crazy. You said this, you pointed this out, because every trader, everyone on Wall Street should know this rule. But they said they have to let go of all the emotional attachments to fiat. The best way to disarm is to tell them money is going away. Yeah. You are right, and that's what every trader already knows, is not to trade with emotions. They know that on Wall Street. However, they have currently been playing with the American people money, or foreign money as well, with their emotions. They are emotionally tied to the dollar. I mean, it's not holding up as far as the pros and cons, the facts. Yeah. But they are emotionally tied to it.
My USD.
That was great, Crypto Q.
My US dollar.
Right, like why do you, I mean, if you're on Wall Street, why do you even care about the dollar? Yeah. You're supposed to be trading the best commodity, the best good, the best monetary unit for your clients. However, you're right, they've become, oh my God, are you in love?
Yeah,
Wall Street,
it's weird to see this grown men emotionally attached to the point where they can't let go. To where they make statements like some of the dinosaurs of the day we have today.
Oh yeah, we have dinosaurs.
We got two dinosaurs of the day today, and if you're new to this, our dinosaurs of the days are people who are involved in the old way of how money works, the old way of how wealth is built, and in their mind, because they don't understand Bitcoin, it's fake, it's a scam, you shouldn't use it, and we've called out a lot over the
That's not music, that's noise.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's amazing. Yeah, dino money.
What is that racket in the background?
They'll be getting questioned hard real quick.
Oh yeah.
If they go any more than 6 months, if they go any more than 6 months without Bitcoin being a part of that portfolio or a part of their even just when they send out newsletters, if they don't say anything about it,
What?
they're going to start getting called out. They're going to look real funny in the light because when the emperor has no clothes.
Listen, when Bitcoin's day rose up on Wall Street one day and a Lambo, wherever he's driving, and a Death Row hoodie on, walking into the meeting, that's when people gonna start getting fired.
Oh, yeah.
That's when it's gonna happen.
Yeah, because if you let a
They gonna
regular
be like,
person,
you letting him in here? Like,
yeah, when a regular person in PJs is outdoing your boy wearing $2,000 suits,
oh man.
people will stop listening to you. And I understand, you know, the optics. People don't.
Ooh,
people
Ebenezer
look at
said the euro is the second most traded currency on earth, and it didn't even exist 20 years ago. Nice. Crypto is the future, and they sleep.
Yeah, I honestly, to me, it was a no-brainer to get into it. When I first heard and I saw the mission was to go against what has always kept us all back, that to me was a no-brainer.
Right.
But at this point, people want to make money, of course, and that is also a no-brainer. A lot of people have made a lot of money in this, and a lot of people will going forward. So yeah, that comment, yeah.
And you actually learn and study the economy like you would never believe once you have that personal investment in it. Which is why I see why they said, you know, it used to be if you want to vote, you got to own land. But
let's talk about some of these dinosaurs.
exactly, it's about to get to it. So, first dinosaur is Jack Bogle. Jack Bogle is a legendary investor. It says Bitcoin has been on a spree, but legendary investor Jack Bogle doesn't think you should pull your money from the S&P 500 just yet. He said, avoid Bitcoin like the plague. Did I make myself clear? Oh, he's talking to you like he's talking to you like yeah. He's talking. Hey, you all need to listen to Jack Bogle. He's trying to make himself clear to you, right? Like that's what he said. Did I make myself clear? But yeah, he's the founder of Vanguard Group Incorporated. He responded to an audience at a Council of Foreign Relations event in New York on Tuesday. So he says crazy. He says crazy to invest in that digital asset. He said Bitcoin, and this is what they all said right here. He said Bitcoin may well go to $20,000, but that won't prove I'm wrong when it goes back to 100. We'll talk. What? Like, yeah, mission accomplished.
Yeah, what are you talking about? It got to $20,000 before you were right. And I actually tweeted about this. I was like, even a broken clock is right twice a day. So when you see these people calling a bubble, they always say it and then they follow it up with, I mean, it may hit 50,000, 100,000.
I mean, you might get rich. You might get wealthy on the first.
At some point, it's going to correct. Every asset corrects hard. That's just how it happens. But it's when. And when is it not useful enough to where people are selling off for cash? That day is becoming less and less apparent.
Right.
I mean, when are people, I mean, if we have any type of economic collapse between now and the end of 2018,
that's a long time.
If you are trying to convince me that because of an economic collapse, Bitcoin won't go up, it just won't happen. I mean, anytime there's any type of shift in the market in small countries, Bitcoin goes up. So imagine in a big country where the currency is pegged. I don't really see where this correction to 100 will come. I know people who have like all their money in buy orders around 5,000. So like we talking about millions and billions of dollars. So if it happens, yeah. Yeah, if it happens,
congrats. Jack, I'm sure dinosaurs, you know, they go extinct eventually. So if you're still around, we'll make sure we come to Vanguard and your S&P and get our steady 2% a month or whatever it is you guys get.
And what is it, 8 years, 9 years?
Yeah. And you gotta be locked in too or something. I don't know. Anyway, Jack Bogle, I want to make it official. You are officially our dinosaur of the day.
Oh yeah.
I wish I had a noise for you all.
Yeah, we needed
part one.
We need Jurassic Park.
We just got locking them all in there. Yeah, who's the part two? Who's the other person?
Part two is Joseph Stiglitz.
Stiglitz.
I believe that's how you say his name. He is a Nobel laureate and a professor at Columbia.
So he's a very smart guy. Or
so people are
to see.
And he said that champagne hit me in the throat.
Bitcoin
should be outlawed or should be taken away, which is crazy because these guys are supposedly free market people. These are people that think economically, if you work hard and if you have a good idea, you should get rewarded for it. However, when the idea is too good and it's better than the idea that they've rested their whole career on, no, we should outlaw that. We need to regulate that. So, dinosaur today, Joseph Stiglitz. You're just a long line of people who, like I said, 99 Bitcoins has a whole list of when Bitcoins died.
Why is it all J's? Is Jamie? Is Joseph? Is Jack? Joseph Stiglitz, Jamie Dimon, Jack Bogle. Are all the J's dinosaurs of the day?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. Yeah, I got to get it together. But they keep saying it. And these people who are, they're regarded as smart in the old financial system.
That's what it is.
That's what I'm like. All right, so let me explain to you like this. If somebody was a fax machine expert and they told you the internet wasn't shit in 1995.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. That's why I started.
That's basically what you're
dealing
with right now.
I heard the tone in his voice.
We're talking about fax machine experts explaining to you why it's better.
That's a beautiful analogy, by the way.
That's what they're doing.
Metaphor,
and I mean, at this point, I mean, you can't see the future, but history always repeats itself. So, and it happens in cycles. So, 30 years ago we had the internet, and now we're coming into a new cycle. And in my opinion, it is the cycle that will take people, mentally, it'll take people to another place where they start remembering, I'm an adult. I'm a sovereign human being. I'm self-sufficient. I don't need y'all. I don't need this third party telling me. I don't need, what's his name, Jack Bogle being a daddy. Jack Bogle is
what did he say? He said, did I make myself clear?
Did I make myself, like, all right, Dad, get out of here, man. Like, it's too long. We've been doing this too long where we got adults trying to tell us what we're supposed to do with our money.
What I will say to people, especially, I'll end this on this, the older generations, I would say this, for those, I understand, people do feel displaced. It's not a comfortable feeling. It's like, wait, you tell me these young or whatever, whippersnappers over here know more than I do and getting better returns? Yes, that's what we're telling you. But it's going to happen to us too, people. The difference is that we believe in investing in people who are like half our age or 8 years old or 9 years old. We want to invest in the next 12-year-old genius. Like
when I'm 60, 70,
I'm not trying to be
a 16-year-old.
I'm not trying to do extra. I'm just trying to give them the money, give them the capital. So it's going to happen to our generation. It's going to happen. Yeah, you young whippersnapper. It's going to happen to our generation. It's going to happen to the next one, and that's how it should be. I mean, it's literally. I've seen 3 and 4 year olds on iPads ordering games with their parents' credit cards. Yeah. Like they are going to be way smarter than our generation. Like it's by far. So it's one of those things I'm looking forward to. I want them to come out with the next big thing, and so I can just sit back, kick my feet up, and our job. I feel like each generation job is to have that capital ready to go. Like, hey. You do your thing on that side.
That's what happened when I thought I was talking to older people with money in Charlotte. I was like, this should be easy for y'all. You just give me the money to invest and go in. And they could have been millionaires years ago, but hey, it's all good. When you do it yourself, it's better.
Yeah,
it feels so much better. Trust me.
Somebody asked, when are we predicting the 1 million? They said they're asking by the end of 2020.
Well, I say 2020 is the 100K mark. I could be wrong, like totally wrong, but 2020 is my 100K mark. 2025 $1 million. The reason I say 2020 is the halvening of the supply of Bitcoin. So if you think it's hard to buy Bitcoin now,
it's about to get hard
in 2020, the supply will cut basically where only 6.25 Bitcoins come out into the network. Right now it's 12.5 every 10 minutes. 12.5 Bitcoins come out. That's how the supply comes out. And when that's halved, it'll be even harder to get your hands on Bitcoin to the point where, for one, people won't be selling it, and for two, people buying it will be just, I'll give you whatever, whatever the price is, whatever.
People really aren't gonna be selling it by then, because you gotta remember, people already aren't selling now, but now that's in 10, 11K, and people are cashing out and taking care of debt and bills, and we talk to people who are buying houses and doing everything, putting their kids college stuff. We talk to these people. So now that they're handling all of that financial side of stuff right now, they are about to start holding the rest. And if there's anything like,
don't need their money.
Like we still work. We're working. I do all types of stuff. Bitcoin Zay has all types of stuff going on because we're trying to bring in more capital to keep buying Bitcoin ourselves. So
that's the goal. Yeah.
That is the goal, is to keep buying Bitcoin.
Yeah, so 2020. I'm trying to be retired.
Right. Somebody asked about IOTA too. I just saw that, Jan. Just to let you know, we talked about it yesterday, but we're very bullish on IOTA and that technology behind it. We look forward to it.
Yeah. Had some troubles with the Tangle, but nah.
You said kid, and honestly, right now, if I was facing the decision to go to college, again, I've said before, if I wasn't going to the STEM fields, trying to learn how to code, or literally trying to do something in the government, then yes, I would just skip college and learn how to code myself, save the money, and then.
Or I mean, if I had a kid right now and I had, let's say $10,000, $20,000 to send him to college, I would say no. I would buy a bunch of crypto and I would give him a bunch of trading courses. If he learns how to trade for 6 months, I can guarantee you he'll make way more than he would ever going to college. Now, is that for everybody? No, because some people are very emotional. Some people are not really good at math. Some people hate charting. Some people, and even coding. Some people hate sitting and typing, blah, blah. But if I had a kid that had the propensity to do it, basically, if they can sit down for a long time, a bunch of lazy, young, you think that they can't do anything, then you can actually teach them something sitting down where they can look at their computer or their phone all day, since they do it anyway. So long term, like I said, it's changing the industry. People, like you said, people shouldn't go to uni or shouldn't go to college. I wouldn't say shouldn't at all, but like I said,
just know have a plan.
What's the point if you don't have a plan and if you can make way more money? Because there's people in college right now that are like, man, I'm skipping class to trade right now. I just made $2,000 a day. Yeah. Why am I sitting in this class telling me about sociology? Who cares? So, yeah.
Somebody said that's a good idea. Taking on debt, I'll tell you, I personally, I wasn't behind the curve. We bought early, but I started taking on a little debt, which I don't even consider debt. Honestly, I consider capital. Like if you have access to it, use it, and then pay it back. So I think that's a good idea too. I know that. I mean, to a certain amount, I know the guy who sold his house or something and spent it on crypto, and that turned out it was a real story. It paid off for him clearly. So I'm not saying to do that, but. Yeah, I mean, right now, if you have decent credit, go get you a $5,000 credit card and put it in once you see a good entry point. And again, this isn't professional advice. I'm just saying we've seen the numbers, right? And then last thing, just on the news, Russian central bank is saying, Bitcoin, rules, regulations, bang it. And so, as well as China is now saying the peer-to-peer and the way that people are now buying crypto is actually violating their laws. We just want you to let you know, of course, it's the same FUD we talked about since we started these videos. Once that price goes up, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna start seeing hacks come back again, even bigger.
Exchanges,
exchanges gonna have trouble. There we go. Yeah. P-Man Van, you get it. Same,
you getting it.
Same blah blah blah. It's the same, but for the new people, expect to hear about countries banning it. Expect to hear about it being illegal, criminals, drugs. You say exchange is gonna mess up. Hackers are gonna increase. I think I saw 3 new hacker articles today. Yeah. 3 in one day. Yeah. Again, if people really cared about your cybersecurity, they wouldn't put it out on the day Bitcoin is at an all-time high. They would put it out the last, few months when it's at these dips where they're like, hey, we want to make sure while there's slow news that you're paying attention to your cybersecurity. But no, it's the reason why these articles go out when Bitcoin tops 11K for the first time, and it's because they don't want you to have it. So I think that's about it. Do we got anything else today? Yeah, be strong and hold, people.
Yeah, be strong, hold on, and nothing much for me except for Circle Pay. They did hit a 360. Last year in December, Circle had the option to buy Bitcoin. They got rid of it. Then a year later, like I said before, they don't have a choice. Market demand kicked up, and now they are about to allow crypto payments on Circle, the app. So if you had Circle before, I know Justin, who just came in, he had Circle, he's buying out there. They're about to start allowing it again. Wow. Because the market, when it speaks loud. So, yeah. Just throw that in there for you if you're looking for an app to buy from.
Tonio said it's funny that Twitter was only trending Bitcoin for 10 minutes. People, we keep saying it is super early. It is like we're all above the curve. I mean, are there some people? Yeah, I mean, it's people way before us. We'll be before people. Next group be you all before people now. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, next year when the fever really kicks in, and you start seeing banks closing, and institutions closing because
one domino.
Because they're maybe they don't do that, but maybe their clients just leave. Maybe their clients are like, you guys aren't offering Bitcoin. You're offering it to me now at 25K.
They do it in Korea.
Yeah. They're gone. So when that starts to happen, that domino effect, like you said, starts to take place. Again, we are bullish on Bitcoin for a good reason.
Absolutely.
But hey, I'll tell you what, for anybody, last thing for anybody who's still on the fence, you can sell today and you still be at a win. I mean, it's simple as that. You can sell today and you can never say Bitcoin and crypto did you wrong. You can sell at a higher and still at a higher return than you would have got anywhere else this month. Period. So we'll end on that. Again, make sure if you want to learn, I know we got a lot of people on our channel who's been watching, who knows about crypto and trade, but if you know any beginners or anything, pass them that link, let them know that this is a quick, 45-minute seminar that we're going to do for beginners, and then we'll have a Q&A where we answer just about anything when we do them usually, and try to go into as much detail as possible. And then also for those in the LA area, again, December 14th, we're going to have a meetup as well from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So a lot of good stuff going on. And yeah, of course, hey, if you all have any questions, make sure you just put them in the comments. We try to get to them as much as possible, but I'm sure you all know how crazy it's been. So happy 100th episode or 100th video on our channel, and happy 11K day as well.
Oh yeah, happy 11K day, baby.
Yay.
Oh yeah, go forth and buy.
You said go forth and what?
Go forth and buy.
Oh, go forth and buy. Oh man, for sure. I go.